Good evening, everyone. We will be presenting the results of our capstone project surrounding the Siargao Climate Field School for Farmers and Fisherfolk, or shortly, the Climate Field School. Tonight, we are joined by our main panelist, Dr. Joey Escauso, Campus Director of the Siargao del Norte State University del Carmen Campus, which will be managing the Climate Field School by 2024. Dr. Fidel Gonzalez III, Municipal Agricultural and Fisheries Officer of the Municipality of Del Carmen, is also joining us tonight. Also here with us is Dr. Elmer Soriano of Civica Asian Development Academy and Sentro para sa Ikauunlad ng Katutubong Agham at Teknolohiya SICAT Inc., represented by Sir RJ Magbanwa. We also acknowledge the online presence of Mayor Alfredo Coro Jr. of Del Carmen, Siargao. So we will now be jumping into the presentation. Siargao Island needs no introduction as it is known worldwide for its beauty and rich natural resources. However, much like the many islands in our country's archipelago, Siargao faces the threat of natural disasters and food security exacerbated by the effects of climate change. Being at the eastern side of the Philippines facing the Pacific, Siargao is vulnerable to typhoons, droughts, ocean warming, among others. Hence, the municipality of Del Carmen in Siargao del Norte proposed the construction of a climate field school for farmers and fisherfolk under the Climate Change Commission's People's Survival Fund. A memorandum of agreement was signed between Del Carmen and the SNSU as its primary implementing partner in 2018. The CFS was built to address the threats of food security by equipping farmers and fisherfolk with sustainable, climate-smart strategies that will improve local production and livelihood. The three-story structure was designed to host offices, classrooms, training facilities, laboratories, and an agro-meteorological facility. The CFS project was approved in 2015 and completed in 2021 with a total budget of 80,705,896 pesos and 80 cents. However, Typhoon Odette damaged the structure in the same year and has been unused until the present. It is undergoing repairs and will be turned over to the management of SNSU in May 2024. This matters because there are more than 1,000 farmers and more than 1,000 fisherfolk, with around 3,000 working in the sector part-time. They belong to the most vulnerable sectors owing to their reliance on the island's limited island resources in order to provide food for the growing local and tourist populations. In preparation for the implementation of the CFS, the team sought to address the problem.
How might the climate field school serve as a sustainable means to address food security in Del Carmen and similar localities? The following are the objectives of the project. Redesign the CFS into a scalable framework that will address the current and emerging challenges in food security in Del Carmen and similar localities. Draft a toolkit that will assist interested CFS implementers in a data-driven, systematic, and contextualized manner, and identify available resources for operational and financial sustainability of the CFS through the public-private partnership and other collaborative means. To achieve this, the team undertook initial meetings and engagements with proponents and stakeholders in Term 2. The team submitted the capstone proposal and had approved by the Protected Areas Management Board in line with the Siargao Islands Protective Landscapes and Seascapes, or CPLAS initiative. In Term 3, the team visited the Del Carmen to meet with the stakeholders. A series of focus group discussions were also conducted with a total of 50 farmers and fisherfolk to assess the training needs, preferences, and attitude towards the CFS, among others. This was done with the generous help of the CCAT, who assisted in the translation during the meetings. In Term 4, the team proceeded with the designing the framework and engaging with consultations on the identified gaps, particularly module preparation with Dr. Chris Bernido and food security planning with Prof. Dan Songko. The framework was presented to the stakeholders and their feedback were incorporated. Finally, the team drafted the CFS toolkit as well as the website design mock-up for the knowledge management platform with the help of Dr. Elmer Soriano. The team identified several gaps in the process, namely, the current CFS design was reliant on the existence and maintenance of brick and mortar structure. However, resilience is crucial in developing a scalable food security framework. The municipality's record of farmer and fisher profiles and data from DA and BFAR are not yet integrated into a comprehensive database and are also mostly regional in nature instead of municipal or provincial. The project provides numerous opportunities for the PPP, investments, and income streams. While the municipality of Del Carmen is benchmarked for initiatives and local legislations that promote social welfare of its most vulnerable sectors, a guiding policy that intentionally promotes social security must be in place.
The team designed a framework with the pillars of information management, capacity building, knowledge management, and partnerships as shown in the screen. Um, this will be guided by the municipal, or this will be rooted in a municipal, provincial food security plan, and will be instrumental to a Del Carmen food supply chain in support of the given SDGs shown above. So for the first pillar, which is information management, the Climate Field School will serve as an information custodian through CFS operations and capacity building initiatives that require data-driven approach. A comprehensive farmer and fisher folk registry coupled with food productivity tool that includes supply, demand, and consumption data can provide the municipality insights into food security hazards, as shown in the following in the table shown. For capacity building, this shall be the bulk of the CFS work, as it shall cater to the training needs of farmers and fisher folk, benchmarking LGUs and organizations, and interested student CFS fellows. The training of farmers and fisher folk are rooted in the already existing training frameworks of the field school model with demo farms and controlled environments, which aim to provide climate smart and sustainable practices. Learning shall leverage on the DOST's agromet data, precision farming tools, and artificial intelligence, which will be incorporated in future phases. Interested LGUs and organizations who seek to benchmark in Del Carmen's mangrove conservation, agricultural, fisheries, and tourism industries through the CFS as a facilitator could also take part, could also be hosted in the capacity building model of or pillar of the CFS. Third pillar would be knowledge management, as action towards food security against climate change is rampant and multifaceted. So a constant exchange of knowledge among implementers is crucial. Hence, the CFS also has an online management pillar for online learning and collaboration of interested implementers, students, and researchers. The platform shall also host short courses on the climate field school, blue economy, impact investments, public-private partnerships, and the likes. Moreover, it can host online fellowship for students and researchers to be connected to climate field schools that need community-based research and development, much like the Civica Asian Development Academy model. So these pillars can help build the CFS at the center of the food security initiatives of Del Carmen and the Siargao Island. This will be supported by a
Last 2
legislation
minutes.
in line with the municipal or provincial food security plan and seeks to establish the food supply chain of the island as an outcome with increased productivity of farmers and fisher folk and food security in the island. So quickly, the following shows the activities, outputs, and possible activities, outputs, and outcomes of the CFS project, or sorry, the possible entries for investments and public-private partnerships in establishing the information management system, in operating the climate field school, capacitating farmers and fisher folk in the conservation, education, and benchmarking through tourism, also as mentioned by the earlier team, and in the establishment of the food supply chain, as well as the knowledge management in collaboration. So should a climate field school independent of infrastructure be adopted by similar localities? The following table shows a rough ballpark estimate of the cost of of running a climate field school. So
The team seeks to finalize a CFS toolkit and have it reviewed for publishing and turnover. For ease of replication, a CFS toolkit will serve as a guide in the conceptualization, planning, and implementation in certain municipalities and localities. The team also seeks to launch a forum on the role of public-private partnerships in climate-resilient agriculture and fisheries in the Philippines and Southeast Asia. The team will explore ways to propose the CFS to the CCC for adaptation and promotion to LGUs and clusters, as well as possible funding. The team also considering participating in the Philippine Space Agency's call for proposals. Module development can be undertaken with partners. An initial consultation on the application of the dynamic learning system for farmers in fisher folk was conducted. DOST's investment in laboratory facilities can also be revisited. Thank you.